So good evening, sir. Narayana, sir, good evening, sir. Thanks for joining, sir.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good
We
evening,
have
sir.
everyone now, sir. We have all the people. We have Arun Gupta, sir. We have TV Narayana, sir. We have Sridhar, sir. We have Rajendra, sir. And we have Sridivya. All the speakers and chief guests, thank you for joining. Sir, can I start the session, sir? Uh,
Yeah.
yes,
Good
sir.
evening, Dr. Nana. Good evening.
Good evening, Gupta ji.
Ah,
Good evening, Sridhar. Good
yes,
evening,
yes.
So,
Rajendra sir and Sridivya
Sridivya.
ji.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So thank you for joining. Today is the exciting day that we are going to start the day one of the PV Leader Connect 2025 Global Pharmacovigilance webinar series. The web series or 7 days of back-to-back power-packed industry leaders sessions on pharmacovigilance, a gateway for global journey of drug safety innovations, presented by Indian Pharmaceutical Association from Industry Pharmacy Division in association with Clinosol Research. So today's meeting agenda, so overview of PV Leader Connect webinar series, what exactly we are going to do. And we are going to speak about IPA. So we have Narayana sir and Gupta sir who will be most important people on IPA front and about IPA industry division. And we are going to speak about the chief guest introductions, Arun Gupta sir, National President of IPA. Then we have introduction to Narayana sir, CR Farm Forum President, followed by welcome address and guest speakers, Dr. Rajendra sir and Sridivya Palcharla. The presentations will go on for today. The overview of the PV Leader Connect 2025 webinar series, the 7 days of the back-to-back industry sessions for pharmacovigilance. Back-to-back, we have 7 days. We are going to have an objective of significance of 7-day global pharmacovigilance series, enhancing the pharmacovigilance understanding. The series is improving for knowledge, awareness of global pharmacovigilance practices and their importance in drug safety because the harmonization is very important for pharmacovigilance, and we are going to make all the different organizations coming from CRO sponsors and from academics and all kind of organizations to speak about the 7 days of global pharmacovigilance series. And we are going to speak more about global collaborations. It fosters cooperations with different regions and different regulatory authorities to share insights and strategies for effective pharmacovigilance and addressing the emerging safety challenges. What are the safety challenges we are going to speak about the series? New and evolving challenges in drug safety to ensure the better patient outcome worldwide. Structure of schedule, it's a 7-day duration. Daily, you will have 2 sessions and one chief guest. The event is planned over 7 days, allowing the comprehensive coverage of pharmacovigilance topics. And it's a daily thematic sessions, one day, one session, the other day, one session of pharmacovigilance, ensuring in-depth of discussion and learning in pharmacovigilance. We'll have an engagement and interactions. It's a 7 days all webinar series. After that, only we'll be giving the certificate of participation for the delegates. We are very happy that we have received more than 1,000 registrations for this 7 days of webinar series for pharmacovigilance. So these are the outcomes. We are going to speak more about latest regulations of pharmacovigilance practices and compliance requirement and signal detection and risk management, technological innovations and advancement, and what is the expected outcome is the enhanced knowledge which can be building the professional network and develop actionable strategies for particularly pharmacovigilance. So the program creators behind the screens, I have Dr. Sridhar sir, Y. He's an honorary secretary for industry division of Indian Pharmaceutical Association, and he is also vice president for global patient safety. And I, C.S. Mujibuddin, I'm the founder and CEO for Clinosol Research Private Limited. And about IPA, so I think Narayana sir can speak more deeper about IPA, but just a history, vision, and vision of IPA founding purpose. IPA was founded in advanced pharmaceutical sciences to improve the healthcare outcomes and the commitment to education. IPA promotes the excellence in pharmaceutical education, making the skilled healthcare professionals focus on research and practices. Also, is the history and vision of the IPA. So the major achievements, educational initiatives, IPA promotes pharmacy education to enhance skill knowledge among the pharmacists nationally. Policy advocacy, IPA advocates for policies that improves the pharmacy practice and also healthcare outcomes along with government or also academic and industry divisions. Research collaborations, IPA fosters the research partnerships to advance pharmaceutical sciences and also practices. And role of IPA in PV initiatives, promoting pharmacovigilance awareness. IPA leads to effort to raise awareness about the drug safety, importance of pharmacovigilance and healthcare providers. And it provides organizing the training programs. IPA conducts regular training sessions, including this kind of web series, and educate the stakeholders of different people, including the academics, industry, or regulators or government institutions about the pharmacovigilance practices in the drug monitoring. Collaborating with stakeholders, various healthcare organizations, including patients, hospitals, and regulatory stakeholders, including the national and also international organizations. About the IPA industry division, so the mission and the objective of IPA industry division, it fosters the industry pharmacy research. It promotes the manufacturing best practices, which is latest GMP modules also, and it supports the professional development. That's a mission and vision behind the IPA industry division. Key programs, they conduct a lot of workshops and conferences, organizes workshop and conferences, promotes the knowledge exchange, foster the innovations in pharmaceutical production. And industry partnership, collaborate with multiple industry leaders, strengthening the research and implementation of new pharmaceutical technologies. So this is impact of industry pharmacy division, enhancing the quality standards, improving the regulatory compliance, adoption of newer technologies for multiple pharmaceutical companies. And this is about Clinosol, leading edutech organization building the skilled workforce for clinical research and pharmacovigilance. Led by industry expert, bridging the gap between academia and industry, focuses on training, career consulting, corporate collaboration, academia collaboration, industry connects. So we have got back-to-back awards in 2021, CSR award during COVID crisis, 2022 on excellence for training and placements for highest placement records. And I would like now to invite Dr. Sridhar sir to give a small introductory note so that we can move forward. Sridhar sir, over to you.
Thank you, Mujib. And it's a very honor to see our chief guest, Dr. T.V. Narayana, the president of Seer Pharma Group, and Dr. R.N. Gupta, president of IPA Pharma, and the chief speakers, Dr. Rajendra and Dr. Sridhar. So this week, it's not just a symbolic occasion. It's a reminder for our shared responsibilities as a human beings and the commitment to share, ensure that these medicines, every medicine that we develop, prescribe, and deliver should be safe to the patients who trust us. And that overall, this PV Leaders Connect resonates with our core value of patient safety. So, as you know, in this complex world of healthcare, medicines bring immense benefits, but at the same time, it carries risk. So, hence, the pharmacovigilance is the science and system that enables us to monitor, detect, and assess and prevent, majorly prevent adverse drug reactions. So, adverse drug reactions are the leading cause of death. It is a top five leading cause of death. Hence, we have to be very careful and we have to prevent the adverse events from the medications and we have to safeguard the patients. So, with this core objective of patient safety, and which is not mere a regulatory requirement, but it is a human responsibility for our families, friends, and neighbors, everyone. So, this gives a highest priority and ethical obligations. Every report of an adverse event, every safety signal that is analyzed, and every corrective measures taken during our with a dedication and protecting patients and improving healthcare. So together, let us continue this work with a passion, responsibility, and collaboration to make pharmacovigilance a living practice, where every decision is guided by one unwavering principle, the safety and well-being for everyone. So in this series, global series from the Industry Pharmacy Division of IPA, various speakers across the globe will be taking in-depth sessions on various aspects of the pharmacovigilance. Let's have a very good interaction with our eminent leaders, PV leaders and speakers. And thank you for Clinosol also to support this program of IPA. So thank you everyone, and let's have a good learning. Over
Thank
to
you,
you,
sir.
Mujib.
Thank you, sir. Gupta, sir, you can switch on your video. There are no restrictions. You can directly switch on your video, sir. Okay, so we will go ahead with chief guest introduction. Dr. R.N. Gupta, National President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association. Professor Dr. R.N. Gupta is distinguished leader in a pharmacy profession and National President for Indian Pharmaceutical Association with over 47 years of experience in industry, research, teaching. He has made significant contribution to this field. Dr. Gupta is adjunct professor for Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi, and has previously served as professor there. He has also been adjunct professor at NIPER, Kolkata. He worked as Smith Street Pharmaceutical Limited, Bihar State Pharmaceutical Chemical Development Corporation, and also Eastern Chemical Industries. He is a member for DTAB, Drug Technical Advisory Board, Government of India. Dr. Gupta has published more than 100 national and international journals, guided 8 PhDs, research scholars since 1979. He has published more than 350 letters to editors, with first paper, a spotlight on GMP, including Schedule M for Drugs and Cosmetic Act. Dr. Gupta has served as examiner for PhD, MPharm and BPharm programs for 32 universities, and he has received 12 national level awards, including Eminent Pharmacist Award and Best Pharmaceutical Scientist Award. He is an expert committee member of Indian Pharmacopoeial Commission, Pharmacy Council of India, DGHS, and also various government committees. Dr. Gupta is also a reviewer for National Formulary of India, has published 2 books of pharmaceutical marketing management and GPP in hospital. So Gupta sir, over to you for your chief guest address, sir.
Good evening, Dr. TV Narayana and the organizing team of Clinosol Research Limited and all the participants. First of all, I congratulate this Clinosol Research Management team for organizing this program on the occasion of National Pharmacovigilance Week. As we know, this pharmacovigilance is most important aspects. It is actually deals with the adverse drug reaction, monitoring of adverse drug reaction. Today, the pharmacovigilance is become so much important that the CRO running this such type of program, clinical research and doing pharmacological monitoring of adverse ADR monitoring study report is become much more important. Recently, our CDSCO DCGI has introduced so many new regulations in the drug rule, and continuous basis more and more stringent rules are being implemented, and it is actually for the drug safety. And drug safety means we have to ensure about the proper use of drugs, selection of proper drug, and for this purpose there should be no adverse drug reaction. If there is, monitoring should be done. And also for the purpose of licensing, so many classifications is being made. Even bioequivalence study, bioavailability study is being also made important. That's why the CRO company is having much more important, and they have to maintain this. Recently, the aspect of oxazepam tablet, which was an anti-diabetic drug, but it was used also for anti-obesity, and its adverse reaction caused paralysis. There are damage to the patients. It has been withdrawn. That's why the pharmacovigilance is much more important to make understand the public. And on this pharmacovigilance study, our CDSCO DCGI will make arrangement for availability of drug and also regulation, so that we should either ban or some guideline for maintaining. So I am very thankful to the organizer for organizing this pharmacovigilance week, this seminar. This pharmacovigilance week is being taught by the Indian Pharmacovigilance Commission, who was conducting this program today, and they have told us to organize this. So I am thankful to Keynote Soul Research for inviting me, and wish the function success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your introduction, sir. Thank you so much for your nice motivational talk, sir. So we'll continue with further next talk. So we are all waiting for one of the best person to talk, and we wanted to listen. So no introduction is needed for our next chief guest. So without words, we can always say, because whatever I am now currently, it's all because of my guide, mentor, and we can't say big words than this. Most of pharma people have been mentored and guided, and their lives have been transformed into the bigger level with the help of our Honorable Dr. T.V. Narayana, sir, President, Sierra Farm Forum, past President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association. No introduction is needed for T.V. Narayana, sir. He's one of the best person we can ever think about in pharmacy profession, who is always just a knock a door away for the benefit of students, and also for the benefit of the industry, and for the benefit of most of aspects. So I'll just give few words about Dr. T.V. Narayana, sir. Sir, with your permission, I can read your introduction, I think, Narayana, sir. Can I go ahead with your introduction, sir, please, sir? Okay, thank you, sir. Dr. T.V. Narayana, sir, is distinguished pharmacy professional with decades of contribution to the growth of development of pharmaceutical sector in India beyond. He currently serves as president for Southeast Asia Regional Pharmaceutical Forum, Sierra Farm Forum, an organization working under aegis of International Pharmaceutical Federation, FIP, WHO, and also regional stakeholders to advance pharmacy practice, education, and also workforce development in Sierra regions. He's also a past president for IPA, Indian Premier Professional Body for Pharmacists, where he played a pivotal role in strengthening of professional standards, advocating the policy reforms, and promoting the global collaboration. Dr. Narayana sir has been recognized for his leadership in pharmacy education, professional development, and also engagement, making significant contribution towards aligning the Indian pharmacy profession with international benchmark. Over to you, Narayana sir. We are all eagerly waiting for listening to you, sir. Sir, you are on mute, sir. You are on mute.
Dr. Mujib, you have given short introduction.
Yeah, Narayana sir, we wanted to listen, so that's why, sir, you are on mute, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it
Thank you,
is.
sir.
Now, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're
Yeah.
audible and visible.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening to all, particularly our National IPA President, Dr. Arun Gupta, and our Industry Division Chairman, Secretary, Dr. Y. Sridhar, and our Placement Coordinator and MD of Clinisol, Dr. Mujib, and other resource persons, Dr. Rajendra and Sridhar. Good evening to all. And it's my pleasure to participate on today's Pharmacovigilance Leaders Connect, a global Pharmacovigilance Week program organized jointly with Clinisol and IPA Industry Farms Division. My congratulations to both the organizations for coming forward and organizing this type of program, which is need of the day. Before starting this about the pharmacovigilance program, just I want to share my experience. Actually, as per our pharmacy definition, a drug means any substance intended to use, diagnose, cure, mitigate, treat, or prevention of a disease. That was the drug. If the drug is used in stipulated dose, it acts as a drug. If the drug used in excess dose, it's also act as a poison. This is the simple phenomena, and where everybody knows it. But as far as our India concerned, still 40% of our rural population are deprived of medical services. Still, they are depending on a pharmacy which is run by a unqualified person in remote areas. Still, they are depending on the person who is dispensing the drugs. And without knowing the information on the drugs, without knowing about the adverse drug reactions, without knowing the drug-drug interactions, the pharmacists who works as a trade, they are giving the medicine and they are not providing any value-added services. These are some of the lacunas what we face. Because of that, the most prevailing disorders happening because of the irresponsible use of medicines. That is the scenario of India. And if you take about the deaths, WHO clearly said the deaths due to medication errors is 30% in India. It is not only in India, in a well-developed and well-furnished and hospitals in developed countries, the medication errors, deaths due to medication errors are 10%. This is all because of the lack of knowledge about the pharmacovigilance. That's how the program pharmacovigilance got importance and came into existence worldwide. But I'm happy, at least in India also, it has started. It is in infancy stages, but it is slowly gaining its importance in India. Because the buzzwords now it is pharmaceutical care everywhere and patient safety and drug safety. And about the pharmacovigilance, this program was first established in July 2010 by CDSCO, Central Drug Standards Control Organization. Thanks to CDSCO for taking the initiation and starting this pharmacovigilance program. Later, in 2011, it was shifted to Indian Pharmacopoeial Commission, Ghaziabad, and later they formed a chapter called Pharmacovigilance Program of India, and it is doing wonderful work now throughout the India. And even IPA was given suitable importance to be part of the expert committee of the Pharmacovigilance Program of India. And I was there as expert member in drafting version of 2.0 pharmacovigilance guidance document for marketing authorization holders of pharmacy products. So IPA is also having its say in this pharmacovigilance program and the guidance document preparation. But this pharmacovigilance program, the main purpose is to raise awareness about the pharmacovigilance in ensuring drug safety, monitoring, and patient well-being. These are the major uh, stakeholders and major criteria of forming this program. And frankly speaking, in the year 2021, I think, the pharmacovigilance program was initiated by Indian Pharmacopoeial Commission, IPC. It is decided to observe National Pharmacovigilance Week every year from 17th to 23rd September to create awareness on adverse drug reactions and contributions to drug safety. That was the motto of organizing this National Pharmacovigilance Week. And this Pharmacovigilance Week, the theme this year, they have given the theme, Your Safety Just a Click Away, Report to PVPI. This was the theme. And you can say your safety just a click away, report to PVPI. That is, patient safety is easily accessible through reporting to Pharmacovigilance Program of India with a aim to protecting patient well-being, ease of reporting adverse drug reactions through helplines and digital platforms, to report adverse drug reactions and contributing for data collection to ensure drug safety. So also they have suggested to organize awareness campaigns, health workshops, walkathons, street plays, outreach programs, social media campaigns, competitions, something like this. This I am very happy. The Clinisol and IPA industry division has come forward and organizing this program, outreach program, using the digital media to create awareness among us, the public, about the drug safety and about the importance of the pharmacovigilance, how it is going to help the people. That's what the main motto of organizing this global pharmacovigilance. Let us connect. So I am very happy that the IPA is contributing maximum to the through its advocacy, and it was a objective of IPA is to create awareness among us, the public, about the drug safety, public safety, and patient safety. These are some of the major things. So through our community pharmacy division and hospital pharmacy division, we are organizing various seminars, workshops. And now we will take this pharmacovigilance program also in top priority and try to um, create awareness throughout the India on through various platforms. That's what we are planning. And once again, I congratulate the organizers for organizing this webinar on 1 week webinar and contributing our association's involvement in creating awareness about the pharmacovigilance program of India. And definitely the outcome, we will send it through advocacy. And we are happy that throughout the week, they are organizing this program, inviting the experts from various areas of this pharmacovigilance program. And today, I think Sri Rajendra, Global Head Pharmacovigilance Program of Glenmark, and Sri Vidya, CEO of SafeWiz, are here to share their expertise. I thank on behalf of IPA and the organizers for accepting the invitation and participating and try to share your expertise. Thank you very much to both of you.
Thank
And
you.
I wish the 1 week program is going to be a grand success. And my congratulations to once again Dr. Mujib, Clinisol, and Dr. Sridhar of IP Education Division. My best wishes to the organizers. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As usual, you made our start as a very big start so that we can take it forward for one more week, sir. So thank you, sir. We'll move ahead with the next introduction to the first speaker, Dr. Rajendra. So we are almost there. Yeah. So Dr. Rajendra, Vice President, Global Head of Pharmacovigilance, with over 2 decades, 20 years of leadership expertise in pharmaceutical industry, Rajendra has driven the global transformations, building agile teams and technology-enabled safety systems. Rajendra has successfully led PV functions throughout integrations, regulatory inspections, and also complex reconstructing, ensuring the compliance while advancing the patient safety. He frequent speaker. He provides thought leadership on digital innovations, digital transformations, evolving regulatory expectation, and also the future of safety sciences, known for mentoring next generation PV leaders. Rajendra combines a scientific expert with a strategic vision, positioning pharmacovigilance as a driver of innovation, patient trust, and also sustainable healthcare outcome. So over to you, Rajendra sir, for your talk. So all stage is yours. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So, good evening, esteemed guests, and thank you so much for inviting me. It's a privilege to be a part of this initiative, and it's a noble cause that we are creating awareness on pharmacovigilance, especially during the pharmacovigilance week. So my topic today, let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the topic today here is role of PV KPI and inspection metrics towards PV excellence. So what I'm trying to cover today is what are the KPIs and what are the inspection metrics, and how these KPIs and inspection metrics would actually help us achieve the PV excellence. So let's have a look at the KPIs. So KPIs are the quantifiable measures used to evaluate the success of PV processes. Uh, in meeting organizational and regulatory objectives. Some of the examples are like when we talk about the case processing timelines. So how much percentage of ICSRs we have processed as per the regulatory timelines, and what is the percentage of compliance? That is one typical KPI. And when it comes to identifying the safety signals, again, how much time we took to identify, evaluate, and uh, assess the potential safety signals. When it comes to the training compliance, so how much compliance we have achieved in terms of training our staff for the PV awareness. So these are the typical examples of the KPIs. The KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. So why these KPIs are important? The KPIs actually help us to ensure compliance and inspection readiness. It also helps us to drive operational efficiency, and at the same time, this helps us to enhance risk management, and it also fosters the culture of quality. It also offers a clear snapshot, right, of the performance matrix. It translates strategy into action. It connects high-level quality objectives to measurable operational metrics, drives accountability. So it clearly assigns responsibility for performance against targets. Then it focuses on improvement efforts, let's say highlights areas needing attention or resources. It facilitates data-driven discussions. So it's moves conversation from anecdotal to evidence-based. And it supports management review by providing key inputs for assessing QMS effectiveness. And it demonstrates value by showing how the QMS is actually contributing to the operational excellence and compliance. Then what about the inspection metrics? So we all know, so the regulatory bodies often comes to the organizations to evaluate how the department or how the organization is right meeting the compliance objectives, and they verify the systems, they verify the procedures, and then they give us the observations. So there are two types of audits. So one is the internal audits and the external audits. So often we call them inspections. So inspections are merely come from outside regulatory agencies, and audits are typically conducted by the in-house quality teams. So inspection metrics are specific indicators used to assess compliance with regulatory requirements during audits or inspections by health authorities. Some of the examples like US FDA, EMA from Europe, and MHRA from UK. So some of the examples of inspection metrics, let's say number of critical or major findings during inspections, or the percentage of corrective and preventive actions completed on time, or the documentation completeness for PV activities. So these are the typical examples of inspection metrics. And how these inspection metrics helps. So just compliance with timelines. Let's say some of the ICSRs needs to be submitted within 15 calendar days. The same way, some of the aggregate reports, we have different timelines like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. So are we submitting the reports as per the specified timelines? So that is one thing. Then the consistency and documentation of signal detection activities. Then oversight of third parties and licensing partners, because most of the times many organizations take the help of service providers in terms of meeting the regulatory obligations because of many reasons. So it gives us oversight of third parties and licensing partners, and the PV system governance, including the qualified person for pharmacovigilance oversight and communication, and deviation handling and CAPA implementation. Then data integrity, including the audit trials, traceability, and version control. Then the PV system, audit findings, and follow-up actions. let's say if the KPIs and inspection metrics combinedly, if we are integrating meaningfully together, right, it actually helps us in the alignment of operational monitoring with regulatory expectations, continuous improvement loop where insights from KPIs inform CAPAs and inspection preparedness, risk-based prioritization, focusing efforts on high impact areas, culture of quality and compliance, embedding metrics into daily operations. So together, this will actually help us to achieve PV excellence. So if we have to achieve excellence, so what we need to do actually? So we need to regularly monitor the KPIs. So by doing the KPI dashboard reviews by the PV leadership and the quality assurance. So we need to do the root cause analysis and CAPAs for any outliers or the deviations noticed. And we need to benchmark against the historical performance and industry standards. Many a times it is not only like the inspection observations coming from our own organization inspections. Many a times the regulatory bodies publish the inspection data of all the companies. So we can take insights from these publicly available reports, and we can do the benchmarking against the observations, and we can improve the internal standards as well. And we can use of trend data to predict compliance risks and pre-attempt any possible risks. So what are the best practices for this KPI and inspection metrics implementation? To ensure meaningful use, we should actually establish a cross-functional governance team to define and own metrics, because pharmacovigilance is not a standalone function. It has to work very closely with other functions like the quality assurance department, the business development team, and the legal team, and even the manufacturing team, and many other functions, because all these functions are interlinked and we need to collaborate and work closely with each other. So we have to have representations from each function, in this governance team, so that the topics can be discussed with larger forums, so that we can assign the ownership, to the relevant stakeholders. So we can map each KPI to a process step or a guideline. Then I think with the advancements, from the digital era, so we should encourage, automating the data collection and visualization where feasible, so that the data can be pulled from various systems and the dashboards can be populated automatically, and that can give you real-time insights for us to take quick decisions. Then we have to set the thresholds in the process. You need not to wait until something really goes wrong. So you can set the threshold in terms of green, amber, and red color flags, so that if it turns to amber immediately, we can actually take actions to prevent it. So if there is any issue, so then immediately we can trigger the escalation. And we should conduct periodic reviews, uh, not only to review the KPIs, but to recalibrate the KPIs, because from time to time, there could be a requirement of revisiting the KPIs and recalibrating the KPIs. So integrating metrics into vendor oversight and PV agreements, because many a times, so the KPIs, if are not part of the vendor or PV agreements, so there is a possibility of missing that compliance and timelines. So we need to ensure this will well translated into the agreements and PV oversight documents. At the same time, we have to train the PV personnel. So not only to generate the data, but we need to train the personnel to interpret and act on the data. So in conclusion, the true power in achieving PV excellence lies in the synergetic relationship between the KPIs and inspection metrics. So with this, I am done with my presentation, but I am happy to take any questions if you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra sir. Thank you for wonderful session. I'll wait for 1 more minute for taking any questions if anyone have in the YouTube. My team is looking at YouTube. Uma or Laukik, can you check quickly YouTube if we have any questions on KPI or something like that, please, and just let me know. We can post it in the group. Any questions? Anything we have in particular? Uma and Laukik, do we have any questions? Okay. In the meantime, they'll be taking the questions. Okay.
No questions.
Any more questions, Laukik or Uma from the YouTube? Okay. So thank you, Rajendra sir. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining. I'll share my screen once again. So we'll go ahead for my next session. Okay, so we have one more industry speaker, Dr. Sridivya Palachella. She is the CEO, founder, and Safewage, and we are very fortunate to have a female entrepreneur with us who is working on pharmacovigilance endlessly. With over 15 years of experience in life science industry, strong academic foundation in pharmacology, Sridivya is recognized expert in drug safety and pharmacovigilance, a gold medalist in both her undergraduate and postgraduate study from Andhra University. Sridivya has always stood out for academics and excellence and also commitment to patient safety. Her expertise spans in adverse event reporting, including the risk management, regulatory compliance, and safety technologies, and she plays a key role in building the strong pharmacovigilance systems for global pharmaceutical companies. Known for her leadership and project management skills, Sridivya successfully drives the cross-functional collaboration across clinical operations, data management, biostatistics, medical affairs, pharmacovigilance, ensuring the quality with compliance at every step. Under her leadership, Safewage has emerged as trusted partner for pharma and biotech companies, delivering innovative, reliable, and quality-driven solutions for safety. Her passion for patient well-being continues to shape the future of drug safety. I think, Sridivya, we are waiting for your energetic talk. The
Thank
stage
you.
is over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mujib, for the wonderful introduction about me. So Chandra, my employee will be sharing the screen. Chandra, can you please share the screen? Yeah, thank you. So once again, Namaste Narayanan sir, and hi Rajendra sir, Gupta sir, and all the participants. And thanks Clinosol team for organizing this. And hi Sridhar sir. Thank you so much for everyone for making me a part of this session. And I'm very grateful to be a part of this. And greeting to each one of you in the audience. And I'm truly delighted to be a part of this gathering today, where the knowledge and experiences are shared so openly. And Rajendra sir, that was a wonderful session on KPIs just before my session. And as usual, that was actually wonderful. Previously, also, I have listened multiple sessions of yours. And yeah, so today I will be speaking on a topic that is close to my heart and critical to all of us: how we can optimize pharmacovigilance with real-time oversight and automated compliance through digital solutions. So before starting, I wanted you guys to picture this for a moment. So you are in the middle of an inspection. A regulator asked for a compliance report, and instead of searching through endless spreadsheets or waiting for manual reconciliations, the report is generated instantly, error free, real time, and ready to go. That's the shift we are talking about today. In the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through how real time oversight changes the game from reactive to proactive, how automation slashes timelines and reduces the human errors, and how digital PV innovations like artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and blockchain are shaping the future of compliance and pharmacovigilance. So think of this session less as a lecture and more like a story where we are today, where we struggle, and how digital solutions are becoming the bridge to a safer, faster, and smarter pharmacovigilance ecosystem. So yeah, let's move on to the first slide. So this slide that we're talking about is about evolving the landscape of pharmacovigilance. So if there's one thing constant in pharmacovigilance is nothing but a change. Constantly, pharmacovigilance keeps changing, and this change isn't just a buzzword. It's driven by three very powerful forces, which I'm going to discuss now. First, let's talk about the data, how the data is getting exploded and how the data is getting increased day by day, and how are we going to actually handle that with the digital solutions. That's what I'm going to talk about. So think about it, adverse events reports are no longer only the source of safety information. Now we are getting through social media, through wearables like smart watches that we are wearing now, from electronic health records also. So all of this, they are like what I call is like a tsunami of data that I call. So there is lot of spurge or spike in the data that we are getting recently, and honestly it's a kind of very difficult task for humans to manually handle this volume. So that's where the advanced digital solutions comes into picture, wherein AI, automations, and predictive tools are, previously they could be an optional, they could be an option, but now they are not optional, but they are absolutely necessary to actually hold all this data and to process this data. And secondly, if you see the regulatory pressures, day by day, the regulators are, these regulators like FDA, EMA, CDSCO, they are making the regulations very strict, and they are tightening the timeline so much. So if you see EMA or FDA or even our CDSCO, they are making very clear that speed with accuracy are non-negotiable. Like when speed is important, at the same time accurate data that you are submitting is also important. So that's a huge push for the companies to adopt a real-time monitoring systems, because a missing timeline is always a non-compliance. So, and the third one, which is very important, is proactivity, of course. So, previously or traditionally, pharmacovigilance was reactive, but now it has becoming proactive. When I say it is reactive, we were actually waiting for an issue to occur and then we are responding. But now, with this, we are actually becoming proactive. We are utilizing kind of advanced solutions to be using like predictive analytics and all, and then we are acting ahead, and we are becoming proactive. So the main key point that I would say is the regulators worldwide are aligning in one direction to be faster, to be more accurate, and to be more real time when it comes to pharmacovigilance. So as an industry, we are being pushed, almost compelled to move forward for real time safety monitoring and having a predictive analytics as well. So moving on to the next slide. Yeah. So let's talk about real-time oversight now, which is a true game changer for global pharmacovigilance operations. When we say real time, it's just not a nice to have anymore. It's the difference between catching a safety issue today versus discovering it weeks later when the damage has already been done. So first, let us talk about something called cloud-based platforms for 360 degrees visibility. So imagine your PV operations stretched across India, Europe, and US. Traditionally, each region works in silos, and by the time information flows, it's kind of almost outdated. But with the platforms like the digital solutions that we have developed, in fact, Safage is also in the same line of solutions development. Everything is getting centralized in the cloud. And that means wherever you are, whether you're in Hyderabad, wherever you're in UK or New Jersey, you can instantly see the case progress, monitor ongoing signal detection which is happening, or even track the compliance metrics in the real time. So, and the next thing is AI powered signal detection prioritization, I would say. Here, where the magic of machine learning really comes in. Instead of waiting weeks for the trends to emerge, AI continuously scans mountains of safety data that comes in and flags the potential signals within hours. And not just that, it prioritizes them. So instead, we concentrating on the low risk ones, we are actually concentrating on high risk safety concerns. That's where the AI or the machine learning comes into picture. And then automated alerts and risk prioritization. So this is also very important. This is where about the speed of action, how swiftly that you're acting on something. So the moment a serious adverse drug reaction is detected, or automated alerts immediately triggers escalation protocols. That's where the speed of action comes in, and the compliance team, they don't just have to wait for something. They can just start preparing regulatory reports and submit it to the regulators wherever, or wherever they have to submit it. So this is where these are the three key points which I wanted to discuss in this particular slide. And just as a key takeaway, I wanted to tell you something. With a real time oversight, the CROs and the pharma companies can actually monitor the safety data continuously. That means, no adverse event slips through the cracks, and when necessary, action will be taken immediately, protecting the patients, ensuring compliance, and basically, we are building trust. So, obviously, this is a game changer. Moving on to the next slide. So, yeah. So this particular slide that we're talking about is about automated compliance, which is a pillar of efficient PV operations. When we think of pharmacovigilance, I think the people I know in the audience, I think the people who have joined, you might be knowing the most common term that you use in pharmacovigilance is compliance. And most of the errors happens and maximum risk happens in this area, wherein the delays or errors happens because of the manual processes or manual errors, correct? So that's where the automation steps comes into the picture, wherein they act as a real pillars for efficiency. So in this, I wanted to cover again 3 points. One is the end-to-end automation, wherein when you see the traditional pharmacovigilance processes starting from data entry, quality review, medical review, drafting a narrative, customer review, and then reconciliation, submissions, eliminating all these processes, automation comes into the picture, reduces all the manual touch points, reduces the complete timing of processing, streamlining the processes, reduces human errors, and ensuring the faster turnaround time. Okay, so you would definitely, most of you would have seen the manual errors which has happened during processing, right? So automation definitely takes the bottleneck away. And then comes the second point, which is automated regulatory submissions. So whether it is an ICSR or a PSUR, DSUR, or an RMP, automation ensures auto generation in an exact format which regulators want. No manual formatting, no risk of missing sections, no back-to-back corrections, faster, cleaner, with much higher accuracy. We can submit it on time, without any compliance issues. That's where automated regulatory submissions happens. And then real-time compliance monitoring. Of course, this is a very big shift for compliance managers, especially instead of waiting until the end of the quarter or during the audits to realize something is going wrong or went wrong. Automations gives real-time visibility so that they can correct, or they will have a chance to correct themselves before the audits comes up, so that the last minute rush won't be there. So you can actually track instantly if the timelines are being met, whether the latest regulatory updates are being implemented, and whether there are any gaps. So this basically, when something is being followed properly, that creates a lot of trust, especially for the CROs. This compliance, or following the global standards, this matters a lot. especially for companies like us. So basically, the key takeaway from this particular slide, I would say, automated compliance doesn't actually just reduce the risk, it actually transforms the efficiency, I would say. And then moving on to the next slide. Yeah, this particular slide speaks about achieving operational excellence and cost efficiency. As I've been speaking before, automation reduces the cost. It is kind of scalable, because when there is a spurge in the volume of data that we are getting, definitely immediately there will be a requirement of people that we have to take in. So when you utilize digitalized solutions, these solutions are kind of scalable, and it can hold how much our data that we get in. And these kind of bottlenecks and struggles can be easily handled when we actually utilize digital solutions. So hence I mentioned that these are kind of scalable operations. And predictive analytics, as I've mentioned before, rather than acting after something has happened, acting before whatever which has happened as proactive step matters a lot. So that's where the predictive analytics comes into the picture, and we anticipate a potential safety issue in this. I would say that in 1 second, sorry. So what I would say is, this is where the PV moves from looking back to looking ahead. So this is where the predictive analytics comes into the picture. And the last one is the reduced resource burden. Of course, the manual tasks get reduced. Data entry, case processing, formatting errors, all these manual errors gets reduced because of the digital solutions that we are using. Next slide. So again, not to repeat the same thing, whatever I've spoken. So we are making ourselves reactive to predictive whenever we are using digitalized solutions. And we are actually trying to integrate blockchain for data integrity. I would wanted to say a couple of things when coming to blockchain, where this is a little exciting topic for me, wherein it's just not about the cryptocurrency, it's about the trust. In pharmacovigilance, blockchain will ensure every entry, every report, every case action which is tamper proof and verifiable. And you imagine a report where you can trace back to back every step, who entered it, what has been entered, when it is been entered, with absolute transparency. And this actually, this is the level of integrity and security that regulators and sponsors expect, and they gain a lot of confidence in the data that that they get. So this is where the blockchain comes into the picture. But yeah, it is the future of pharmacovigilance. It is in the roadmap of pharmacovigilance, how it is moving as of now. So again, the last one, which I would say, is the global regulatory harmonization. So one of the biggest operational burdens is dealing with different regulatory requirements across countries. The good news is the regulators are moving towards harmonization, a common submission formats, aligned timelines, and standardized data exchange protocols. And digital solutions are what makes compliance with these harmonized frame. I mean, instead of juggling multiple formats and rules, companies can seamlessly align with global requirements in one streamlined system. So harmonization is coming into the picture, which is making our things very easy in respective to pharmacovigilance. So overall, coming to the key takeaways for this today's session is the real-time oversight. We have seen how digital solutions are giving us the complete visibility across the PV operations, and automated compliance, which is the foundation for the industry, and operational excellence. It is kind of scalable operations. It is reducing the cost. It is reducing manual errors. So it is the call to action. So as a global CRO, we are uniquely positioned to leverage these digital solutions not only to ensure compliance, but also to deliver superior safety outcomes for patients and worldwide. And and the real question is not if we adopt digital tools, it's how. soon we are ready to embrace their full potential, because the future of pharmacovigilance is not waiting, it's already here. So thanks again for all your time, your attention, and your commitment to building the safer tomorrow for the patients everywhere. So thank you so much. I know this is a longer session because digitalization cannot be completed in a very small session. But yeah, this is a very important topic for all of us to learn about and know about. Thank you. And sorry if I made you so bored about. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridivya, for taking the session to a deeper level about the data and analytics. I'll wait for 2 more minutes if I get any questions. In the meantime, I think Narayana sir, do you have any feedback about the session, or any suggestions or something like that? We are open for it, Narayana sir or Gupta sir, if anything feedbacks. How was the sessions and all?
No, it is
Any?
a wonderful session, no doubt in it. And they have given major insights. What is happening in pharmacovigilance, what are the stages, and reactive and proactive. I am really impressed with Srividya's slides and wonderful presentation. Keep it up, good going. That's what I can say.
Thank you, sir.
And I think Gupta ji will give more insight. And definitely, once again, my compliments to both.
Okay, sir, I think sir went on mute. Gupta sir, any feedbacks or suggestions, Gupta sir, from your end? Gupta sir, any feedbacks or suggestions from your end? Uma, do we have any questions? Can we post the feedback form for day one in the YouTube channel, please?
There are a couple of questions in YouTube, sir. One
Okay,
is about MICC role. What
okay,
kind of KPIs can we have for MICC and local level affiliate?
okay. I'm open how we are going to distribute. Rajendra sir or Sridivya, who want to take this question? We are open for this.
So I'm not sure if I understood the question correctly. So Rajendra, sir, you want to take this question?
Yeah,
It's all about, I think, MICC, right?
yeah.
What sort of KPIs?
Yes,
Correct.
sir. That was the question.
Yeah. See, when
For
it comes
US
to the,
affiliates, this question was for US local affiliates, sir.
there are two questions, right?
It's the same question. What are the KPIs for MICC role for US local affiliates?
Okay.
This was the question.
Let's say when it comes to MICC, typically that MICC handles medical inquiries and they collect adverse events, and at the same time, there could be product quality complaints as well. So we have to cover all the three aspects. Let's say when a call comes, in a day, let's say 50 calls, right, hit at the call center. So how many calls were actually attended on time, and how many calls were missed? That is one KPI. Okay. Then suppose if we have missed something, then how quickly you call them back? What was the timeline? What is the SLA, right, for calling them to get the follow-up information? Let's say you miss the call, then how quickly you connect them to understand or to inquire why actually they have called and what was the concern. That is another KPI. And second thing, how many of them were satisfactorily resolved? Let's say if it is a MICC, if it is a medical inquiry, have we addressed that medical inquiry to the satisfaction of the inquirer? Have we provided complete information? So that could be another KPI. Then when it comes to the product quality compliance, how you have actually transmitted that information to respective stakeholders, is it as per the timelines or not? So you can cover so many KPIs resolving around the timelines, quality and compliance. And it's not only about the timelines, most of the times the quality also matters a lot. So the quality of information you provide, the relevance of information you provide, so that is also another thing. And most of the times, many people oversee this, but it is the behavior of the call center executives as well. Because most of the times, if you are talking, right, with a person, if the person call you to complain about something, it is obviously he's not happy or she's not happy. So that is the reason they call you. So their mood could be something else. So how actually you are handling that information and how you actually, right, you are making that inquirer comfortable, right, with your tone, with your body language, with your behavior, that also is equally important because you are here to, right, pacify. You are here to, right, provide information. If that enters into a heated argument, then that actually, right, impacts on the organization reputation. So that is also another important aspect. So it all depends on, right, based on your experiences, you learn and then you keep on updating your KPIs. Especially if it is very specific to US local affiliate. So most of the times, whatever we have discussed so far, that also applicable to US market. But other than that, if there are any specific US, right, expectations, let's say nowadays the trend is like so authenticity request. So most of the times the users calls you to write inquiries about is the product authentic or not. So they'll simply share you the right batch number and the product details, and they will ask you like, so is this product authentic or not? So many a times the PV associates may not have that information hand ready made or uh, immediately because that information, right, we have to check with the manufacturing or the quality functions. So that coordination between this quality function and manufacturing function and then providing that information back to the reporter. So these are all things, right? I think we need to consider when you are actually setting up the KPIs.
That answered that question, Rajendra sir. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
answering. There is another question I would definitely like to forward it to you, and one more question for Divya as well. I hope you have enough time to answer one question each again. Uh, this is a question having two parts of it, sir. One is during PV inspection. This is for expedited reporting. What kind of deficiencies usually will be highlighted? This is the first part of the question. If you want me to read out the second part, I can read, or else after you answer.
I'll answer this first part first.
All right, so please go.
Uh, I think over the years, whenever we are actually, right, looking at the metrics published by the regulators, one thing that is almost there in almost every report, that is under reporting. So the regulator is expecting us to, right, report all the serious unexpected cases within 15 calendar days. But many companies, they fail to report it within the timelines. That was the major observation almost every year that is getting published in the metrics. And second thing is the safety communication. Most of the times the pharmacovigilance professionals at least assume like safety communication is something is the responsibility of the regulatory affairs team. But most of the times we are getting observations on the safety communication as well because you are identifying a safety concern, but you are not disseminating that safety communication properly and timely, right, to the stakeholders. That is another observation we are seeing, right, in the metrics. And other than that, lack of procedural documents. You are doing something, but that is not part of your procedure. Or there is something in procedure, but you are not following that procedure. So these are the typical observations, right? Especially I could see from these inspections, especially from US.
Well covered, sir. The other part of the question is about the inadequate signal detection and risk management planning that is leading to major inspection findings, and what kind of corrective and preventive actions should be implemented in such cases.
I think definitely it would lead to, right, inspection observation. But before we talk about the inspection observations, what is the primary motto of pharmacovigilance? It is all about patient safety, right?
Yes.
So if there is a safety signal and there is a potential safety risk. And if we are not addressing that safety risk immediately and timely, then forget about getting an inspection observation, but you are actually diluting the main objective of pharmacovigilance. Because whatever we are doing it to ensure the patient safety. So from both the perspectives, it is very important, right? The safety signals are identified, assessed, and mitigated in a timely manner.
Thank you
And I
so
think when they're asking about mitigation strategies, first you have to have defined procedures. Like if you have 100 molecules, you have to create a calendar how frequently you analyze these products for the safety signals, because all the products may not be falls under the same category in terms of the criticality of the safety concerns. So you classify the products based on the criticality of the nature, and accordingly, you define the periodicity, and everything has to be documented properly in a procedure, and you have to follow that procedure. So I think that is one approach you can to be used as a mitigation strategy.
All right, so because these questions are from the early stage professionals, they have just started their career, so they might be having so many questions as well.
That
If
is good
any,
they are asking, because if they are interested to learn, then only they would ask, and we are actually happy to answer them.
yes. And if any further questions, because of the lack of time, I request you to answer them over an email whenever you find a free time, so that we can forward your answers to them.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Divya ma'am, can we have you here?
Yeah,
There is one question for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. So this is about kind of latest technology, because your focus is more on the latest technology. So this is about the limitations and ethical considerations of using AI and blockchain technology in pharmacovigilance systems compared to traditional case processing methods.
Okay. So that's a good question. So I think ethical considerations, definitely, I would say, whether this replacement of jobs, if I am not wrong. Yeah. So definitely, this is actually creating a platform for us all to upgrade ourselves. And pharmacovigilance is not just about just case processing. It's all about identifying the safety signals, complex signals, understanding the patient impacts and everything. So it's not that ethically we are not impacting everyone when coming to utilizing this blockchain technology and artificial intelligence or automations. In fact, we are creating a path for the future generations to upskill themselves and be a part of pharmacovigilance, where they can be a part of innovations and fasten the drug safety in a very good manner. So that's what I would say in a very simple way.
All right. Thank you so much, Sridhar ma'am, for your answer. And Mujib sir, Sridhar ma'am, further questions we would like to upload to you, share with you, so that you can answer the questions at a later time. Mujib sir, because of the time being running out, can we proceed with the next steps of this program?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Divya, for taking the session. So thank you everyone who have joined today, and we are upcoming with a couple of activities. Please do join us upcoming masterclass for ICH E6R3. I'll be taking on 27th and 28th from 7 to 9 p.m. for 4 hours of masterclass on ICH E6R3. So please do get registered for those events. And please don't forget to get registered for 7 days Global Pharmacovigilance webinar series by joining the link. Every day we'll be sharing the feedback form, and feedback form will be posted in YouTube live. So thank you so much for organizing committees, Dr. Sridhar and Uma Priya for joining. And please do join us for engaging events, upcoming event, including quiz competition, posters, case studies, short videos, and debate competition and innovative pitch areas. And we deeply appreciate your active participation and thoughtful attention throughout these presentations. And we'll be meeting tomorrow with a couple of speakers and also one chief guest for tomorrow. So please do let us know if there are any questions. We'll be posting all details in WhatsApp group and also in YouTube Live. Thank you so much, everyone who have joined. Without you guys, it would have been difficult. Thank you, Dr. Rajendra sir, Sridivya, and also R.N. Gupta sir, and T.V. Narayana sir, and Dr. Sridhar sir. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice, wonderful evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.